Hi everyone. Good evening. My name is Jenny, Uplifters Community Building Officer. And thank you so much for being here with me tonight. And it's so nice to see all of you. And I'd like to first start with greeting you a happy International Migrants Day. And for today, we have a special guest that's the, to celebrate this day. And I'll introduce her to you later. And But before before I proceed, let me tell you a little something about Uplifters. Uplifters is a nonprofit organization empowering underprivileged communities with online education and peer support. We offer a free online money management and personal growth course for domestic workers. And it's so simple to sign up. It's very easy to sign up. Just click send message on your Facebook page to enroll or look for us on Facebook Messenger. And this is the eighth episode of our Uplift Your Night, excuse me, Facebook Live series. And we are delighted to be here with you tonight. And of course, our first objective with this Uplift Your Night Facebook Live is to be there with you. Uplifters is first and foremost a community. And secondly, we want to keep learning together and support each other. So, yes, please do not hesitate to let us know that you're here and just say hi in the comments. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments. So, yeah, I'm so pleased to have Marites Palma as our guest tonight. Hi, Marites. Good evening.
Hello, good
Welcome to
evening.
our live broadcast, and thank you again for your time. And I appreciate it so much. And I know that you're very busy, so thank you for being here with us tonight. And Marites is the perfect guest for for International Migrants Day. But first of all, I'd like to say thank you to all our team leaders, and we to our community. We salute your determination and your resilience. This has been a very difficult time, a very difficult year because of the pandemic. But you you continue to rise above these challenges for yourself and for your families. Marites is the founder of the Social Justice for Migrant Workers. It's an online platform with more than 8,000 members for domestic workers who seek social rights, justice, and opportunities to help each member while working abroad. Marites is an alumni of Resolve Foundation Hong Kong, where she completed her Social Justice Fellowship in 2019. She is an Uplifters alumni and Gold Team Leader, and team leaders are Uplifters alumni volunteering their time to support new students throughout their studies. So, Marites has facilitated more than 5 sessions of our 3-week online course, Dare to Dream on Money Management and Personal Growth. And her organization is also the recipient of a grant from her fund to help domestic workers who are stranded or quarantined in Hong Kong. So, yes, Marites, welcome again.
Um, Thank you, Jenny Lee, for giving me this opportunity to be here at the Lifters Uplift Your Night.
Thank
And
you. And
I
yes,
would like to say Happy International Migrants Day to all migrant workers.
yeah, and to the members of Social Justice for Migrant Workers, this day is for you. We celebrate you and we salute you
Thank
for
you.
all your hard work and dedication to supporting the migrant domestic workers community. So before we proceed, um, I'd like to first read the comments. And the we have Mary Grace from Singapore. So, yeah, good evening, Mary Grace, and thank you for joining us. Eileen May, hi, good evening. And from Uplifter CEO and founder Marie, and thank you for joining us, Marie. And we have Odie, Uplifter's team leader and social media correspondent in our Facebook group. Good evening. So, yes, let's start with our first question for Marites. So, yeah, can you share with us? Well, this year has been, as I said earlier, it's been very challenging for because of the pandemic. There's so many there were so many restrictions, and some of the domestic workers weren't able to go out on their day off. The working conditions that are not particularly easy, and some were stranded and or have to go in quarantine. And your organization, your group, Social Justice, I know has been are working very hard to collect donations, food and supplies, and bring them to domestic workers who are quarantined or stranded in Hong Kong. And this is such a huge task. And thank you again, Marites, and your group for your dedication in helping our community. It really means a lot to them, and I can relate because I'm in my 13th day of quarantine now, and it's not really easy being isolated, and what more with the newcomers here who do not have a family member or it don't have a large network of friends to support them with food, water, with laundry, so many things. And I'd like to ask about your. I'd like to ask your about these outreach activities that you have been doing, and could you please tell us more about them?
Yeah. Thank you, Jenny Lee. Actually, social justice for migrant workers started providing humanitarian relief to newly arrived domestic workers who are undergoing quarantine and stranded workers since June 2019 up to this date. So we able to help 800 plus domestic workers already, and we spent 83,000 plus Hong Kong dollars aside from the groceries, food packs, masks, hand sanitizers from our valuable, generous, and kind, loving supporters. And special mention to Hair Fund for granting our proposal in collaboration with Share Hong Kong and United Filipinos in Hong Kong. So, through the backing of our diligent volunteers, especially my admins, this compelling outreach, which requires immediate action, is very successful. We are very transparent to the donations we receive, and our assistants are well documented. So our volunteers do not look at our services as a mere charity. Instead,
Mhm.
we look at it and they look at it as an act of solidarity to one another in this time of pandemic.
Oh, congratulations for that. Yeah. So uh, I can imagine bringing these supplies to, to those who are in quarantine. So can you just describe how was it? How
It's
were your
very difficult.
experiences?
It is very difficult because especially during a first days of uh, delivering, excuse me, um, we carry we carry the food and we don't know yet the hotel. So it's really very hard because we're carrying heavy heavy load and then you don't
Yeah.
know where to go. But as
Mm,
days goes by, we already knows where we can buy food. So we now that we already know where the hotels are, where the welcome or the shop we can buy, so we just buy near the hotel and it's nearer and it's easier for us. So we
mm,
delegate our tasks. Many volunteers and the admins go in different hotels just to deliver. what
Mm.
our migrant workers need.
Yeah, I check your Facebook group regularly, and I see that you're very hard at work delivering these supplies, and
Yes,
and I guess it really means a lot to to those to those women who you have helped, just having
yeah.
supplies delivered to them by people that did you were you able to speak with some of them? How did that make them feel?
Actually, they post also grateful thank you message in our Facebook page and through messages and through SMS like that, through
Mm,
call. Yeah, they say thank you so much, and before they leave the hotel, they send messages saying thank you to everyone for
mm,
helping them. Yeah, then that that makes us happy and forget all the the hardships
yeah,
in delivering. Yeah,
yeah,
just a mere thank you is already it's a big it's like you know all was gone. You know what I mean, like um
mm,
everything is okay once you heard the word thank you. It's a magic word, right? If you do something good and then they say thank you, then uh
yeah.
it's a good impact. Yeah,
The the tiredness. Think
yes,
but the body aches of carrying
yeah,
those heavy bags. Like, yeah, they think that they seem to just to they seem to disappear upon
yeah,
hearing those
yeah.
messages.
Like you are in pain, and then when you say, like, it's like a medicine, the
Mm-mm.
pain's gone once you take that medicine, and when you heard that word, like everything is gone. It's all
Yeah.
paid. It's all paid. Yeah,
So thank you, Maritas. Thank you so much
yeah,
for what you're doing to
yeah,
for our community. And I know that that up to now you're still very busy and active in doing this and many other outreach
yeah,
activities.
yeah.
So
Unending.
yeah, and ending
Yeah,
that is your passion.
yeah,
And so, can you share with us your experience as a leader and giving us like can could you give us specific examples or actions you took in the past or plan to take in the future for the well-being of your community?
yeah. Um, as a leader, I experienced a lot. I had sad, happy, challenging, and inspiring experiences. And I was also exposed to abuses suffered by my fellow migrant workers when during the time that I was active in writing in the Sun newspaper. So
Mm,
from those experiences, I empowered myself by attending workshop, leadership training, especially the resolve through the recommendation of Marie, the founder of Uplifters. Thank you, Marie. Until now, I'm still thankful. Yeah. So I also attended financial literacy training and other trainings, which helped me to grow as a leader. And
mhm,
before I forget, I also joined the mental health training. This is still ongoing by the MSF, and a lot of the leaders of uplifters were my companions in that lesson. So I think attending seminars is very significant for me, especially that I am in the community to help the distressed migrant workers. So the main challenges I face so far is my time because I have limited time as a domestic worker. I cannot do
mm,
much because my day off is only on Sundays. So it's really limited. But through time management, I able to do my responsibilities, and by the power of this division of labor to my admins, So we done a lot. And by acknowledging my limitations and weaknesses through self-awareness, and I do my boundaries and burnout. So this helped me to continue my leadership, and
Mm,
I always find enjoyment in my work. So if you are happy to what you are doing, like you can do more, you are happy and you are healthy. Even you
that's
are
important, I
very
guess.
busy, yeah, even you're very busy during the end of the week, like still all the strength to do your
Yeah,
duties. Yeah. But we
it's
never forget to find time to relax during weekdays. So after delivering ayudas, we go to the restaurant and eat something we like that. So
mm.
by that, we have a small chit chat and then eating our favorite food, and that's it. We're already happy, parting each other, and it's time to go home after. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's very important, right? That you are happy with what you're doing.
Yes.
So yeah, and you mentioned about um, setting boundaries and
Yes.
taking care of yourself. And we always say that in order to help others, we must also take care of
Of
ourselves.
ourselves. Yeah.
And could you share with us that your what do you do to take care of yourself, like self care? What are your favorite ways in taking care of
Uh,
yourself?
I normally do walking.
Mm.
After my duty at night, I go for a walk, for a short walk, and cooking. I cook my favorite food like that. So, and
Oh,
I do love eating. That's why now I'm getting bigger.
yeah. So it's one of the best stress relievers.
Yeah, and I love to eat chocolate too. Like, I don't know.
Like,
It relieves the stress when I eat sweets. So that makes me chubby now.
oh no, no, of course. Yeah, so we should definitely schedule a time to meet up and eat eat
Yes.
out. Yeah. Well,
Eat at the
next
Thai resto. I love eating the restaurant, Thai resto.
and you also love hiking as well, right?
Yes, because
Yeah.
I love to see the beauty, the natural beauty of Hong Kong. So even it's not the highest peak where we go, but at least
Mm,
we do hiking, and that's it. We able to exercise and de-stress ourselves for the whole week. We able
mhm.
to breathe fresh air, and fresh environment, and forget some of the problems during the week. So at
Mm,
least you empty your minds with good, and then plant with good experiences and the beauty that makes you happy. If you see beautiful things, that makes you beautiful too, inside and out.
yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll just show the comments. We have one from Odie. So Odie says, she's here supporting you as your fellow Uplifters team leader and your admin and social justice for migrant workers. So happy International Migrants Day, Odie. And again, to all of you watching, thank you for joining us. And please do not hesitate to share your experience, to ask your questions. I think I have, I will just repeat again about our topic for tonight is about leadership. Um, our guest, Marites, will share with us her advice and her experience as a team leader and being one of the being one of the most amazing and inspiring community leaders in the community. So we also have one from Rachel May, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Regina, Joyce Floor, LJ. So we have quite a good number of people joining us. Thank you, and we hope you're having a good evening. And just please say hi to us and to let us know that you're there. And hi, Jane. And yeah, good evening. Sis Maritas, a great community leader. I agree.
Thank you.
100%. Erica, good evening. Cheryl, good evening. Hi, Liz, one of our Diamond Team leaders. And nice to see you here this tonight with us. And Alona, we're on the same boat, food lover and chocolate lover.
The lover.
And okay, so we've talked about your journey as a community leader. Um, in your opinion, what are the core qualities a leader should have?
Mm, I think as a leader, we should always tell the truth, even how it is very hard for us to tell. And we need to treat others with respect and dignity. And we must keep your words and commitments. And then we need to be responsible and accountable to our actions. And
Mm-hmm,
we need to be courageous. We need to speak up, even how hard to say those
mm-hmm,
issues. We should have the courage, because if you doesn't have the courage, you cannot tell, right? You
mm-hmm.
cannot speak up. Yeah. So we also need to live with our values in life.
Wow,
Yeah.
those are quite a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what does it mean for you to be a leader exactly?
Mm, I think to be a leader is to make a difference to the vulnerable. Yeah. Because a true leader doesn't create only followers, but
Mm-hmm.
it will also create leaders, other leaders, just like what we are doing in Uplifters, right? We create
Right.
more team leaders. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a good leadership if you're creating other leaders. Yeah.
Wow.
And
I,
then we should also have the confidence to stand alone, because
mm-hmm,
um, if nobody stand with you and you're already scared to talk, should not be. We should have the courage, even we are alone. If you are in the right, you
mm-hmm,
need to stand by your decisions, or by your how you call this one, by your principles. Yeah. And we also have the courage to make tough decisions, because as a leader, you must always decide. You you will not let your members to decide. Yeah. But you should have the courage to decide too. And then we have the compassion to listen to the needs of our members, because if we
mm-hmm,
don't have passion, how can we help them, right?
mm-hmm,
So we also not set out to be a leader, but we should become one by the quality of our actions and the integrity of our intent. So
mm-hmm,
that's how a leadership means to me.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you, Maritas. I love what you said about be leader creates or develops
Leader. Yeah.
more leaders.
Leader.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
very similar to what we're doing in Uplifters. The team
Yeah.
leaders train or mentor new team leaders.
Yes.
So it's what we call the like the pyramid scheme for good.
Yeah.
So it's very inspiring, and to hear that you saying about um uh, the about the core qualities of a leader, like trust, accountability, and
Yeah.
courage. Yeah, so it's a long
Because
list,
without those, you will not
but
be like effective, or
leader.
you cannot make them follow you, right? If they cannot see
Mhm.
those qualities to you. Yeah.
And you said compassion.
Yeah.
And we for last month we had a Facebook Live with Camille and one of our advisors, Charlotte, and it's about how to become an inclusive community leader. And it's on our Facebook page. For those who have missed it, please try to watch it. It's similar to what they also talk um, to be about trust, um, about empathy, about um, curiosity, just being invested and having a true and genuine compassion to your fellow uh, to your to your fellow the women. So it make a lot of difference. So
Yes.
thank you, Marites. Yeah, I'm going to just screen some of the comments. We have one from Julie. Good evening, Sis Jenly and Marites. Inspiring night to watch you both on screen. We can learn so much from you. And yes, we are definitely learning a lot from Marites. So happy International Migrants Day, everyone. And from Eileen May, yes, that's a very meaningful and good qualities of a leader which everyone must learn to lead and care to others. Thank you, Tia Marites. And we have one from Mirasol. Thank you for sharing. I need to learn from it. Yes, thank you. And we are so happy that you're joining us tonight. And yes, just please feel free to send your questions if you have for Marites, and we will try to reply to them. So let's proceed with our next question. So, you know, many in our community are also have started initiatives outside of Uplifters too. They are also active admins or members in other Facebook groups, and it's nice to see that that they continue to inspire, and motivate other women outside of Uplifters. And what advice do you have as someone who has started this great initiative? What advice do you have for those who have also started initiatives outside of Uplifters?
Yeah. I want to quote the saying of Indra Nooyi. She said that leadership is hard to define,
Mm-hmm,
and good leadership is even harder to define.
mm-hmm,
But if you get people to follow you, then you are a great leader. So we just continue what we have started. So even we started in a small group, and slowly, slowly, it will become big group. If they can see your impact, your goodness to the community, then they will follow you. Then don't lose hope. If you started small, just continue doing it. Just continue your passion in helping our fellow
mm-hmm,
migrant workers. We all
mm-hmm.
succeed. We all be successful in our goals as a leader. Yeah.
Yeah, and we all have to start small, right?
Yeah.
So just keep going,
Mm,
and as long as you have that passion, commitment to help, and
yes.
the dedication, and you're willing to put the time and energy like Marites has been doing.
Willing to
So
sacrifice.
we're here to support you. Willing to sacrifice.
Your time, and sometimes your money. Money is included.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
Mhm. So, it's a very selfless. It's very selfless of you. But being International Migrants Day again, uh,
Yeah.
I salute you, Marites, for all
Yeah.
that you for your community.
I cannot do this much without the help of my admins, our supporters, our members, and all our volunteers, and to our
Mm,
donors. We
yeah,
cannot do this much without them. So it's not
mm,
only my success, but it's the success of the
of
community. Yeah.
everyone of the community.
Yeah.
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 So to
So
all the admins, the donors.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. And just one comment from Mary Grace. She's an Uplifters alumni and great qualities of being a good leader. Wonderful. I love the way you shared about. Thank you so much. More than confidence is also important, where you can value your worth and people can trust and follow you. Thank you, Mary Grace. Well said. Thank you for joining us. Yes, warmth. That's one of our core values in Uplifters.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that shouldn't be missing, right? So, yes, do you have any you, general advice for our community of migrant domestic workers?
Mm. Can I take this opportunity to have a call for those who came to Hong Kong since 2018 and above, that if the agencies like ask you to pay, then our
Mm,
polo is advising us to file a claim
mm,
to the training fee being asked from the by the agencies.
mm-hmm,
So we just try our best to file. If we refund those amount of money, then it's a big help for us, especially now that um, those newcomers really spend a lot of money in coming here. So if you take some of that amount, then it would be a big help for our families back home, right?
mm,
So just have the courage to file a claim. Don't be
mm,
afraid. Yeah, don't be afraid to file because it is your right. Because they ask you to pay for it in illegal way. They even
mm,
ask them to pay, and then they ask them to write a statement that they didn't pay anything. You see
mm,
how you call
mm,
that? They're
mm,
fooling the domestic workers, right? So this is now the right time to file a complaint to those scrupulous agencies. Not all agencies actually, but there are also good agencies. But
mm,
those bad agencies, like, we need to fight for our right. Yeah.
mm. Then, could you please tell them how to tell our viewers how to file a claim? Where do they go to?
We just need to go to the Polo office in Admiralty in 29th floor and ask for a form to fill up. So then, after giving all our statement there, we need to
Mm,
give a copy of our passport, a photocopy of our passport, or the Hong Kong ID. Then give it
mm,
back to the officers in charge at Polo. Then they will be the one to do the
mm.
process. Yeah.
to to refund the
Yeah.
training because so has this been going on for
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
some
it's been going on for around, we started last November 20. So it's
time?
already how many months now? How many weeks now? I think it's, yeah, November 20. We started at November 20. So it's nearly 1 month.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you, Maritas. And so these are unscrupulous practices of
Yes.
some employment agencies, and it's good that thank you for informing us. And
Yeah.
if for our members who'd like to know more about more have questions, could they go to your page or
Yeah.
is there?
They can go to our page or message us,
Message you.
and they can message me in WhatsApp in this number, 68720498. Yeah.
I can imagine your inbox is quite long.
Yeah, it's always full.
It's full. Yeah, that's the right
Yeah.
term. So yes, please take note of that, and um, yeah, please just file your claim so that
And
we can.
and also I would like to tell that those who need winter clothes, we still giving
Mhm,
winter clothes. Just go to Admiralty Station in Exit D. We are at the park behind Exit D. So at 10 o'clock we are there. We are giving um,
mhm,
used uh, winter clothes.
mhm.
It's used already, but still in good condition.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
and those who wanted to donate, you can drop it in Admiralty Garden. Yeah.
Mhm. Is this every Sunday?
Yes, every
Or
Sunday.
okay,
Yeah.
so Admiralty exit B. Yeah,
D,
because
exit D, as in
exit.
dog. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for those who have winter jackets, coats,
Yes. Scarf.
scarves.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there some newcomers here who do not have, I guess, especially
Yeah,
for.
they doesn't have. Yeah.
Mm,
Especially
mm,
those who just arrived, they don't
mm,
really have those warm clothes to use. So we are giving it.
mhm. And it's been cold lately, so yeah, your
Yeah, it's getting
donation
cold.
is so
Yeah.
important, please. And yes, so that's it for or other supplies, right? Like toiletries,
Yeah.
goods,
And
noodle.
sorry, we also accepting masks if those who would
Mm,
like to donate mask or and hand sanitizer,
mm-mm,
because there are migrant workers who doesn't have sorry, my eyes is in pain, I don't know why, sorry.
mm-mm. It's
um
okay.
they doesn't have supply of mask and hand sanitizer, so if you have available supplies, please share it to our fellow migrant workers who doesn't have.
Mm-mm. And
Yeah.
can you repeat again? What time are you there every Sunday?
Around 10 o'clock, ten
Mm,
o'clock in the morning. Yeah,
10
we are
a.m.
there. Yeah,
until.
but because due to sorry, but due to social distancing, we should remember the distancing, so we won't be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Maritas, we just have a question from Julie. I will screen it here. So Julie says, being a leader in an active organization, did you experience any chaos from your admins, and how did you manage it, or how did you handle it properly?
Um,
Oh,
actually, in every organization, while the organization is becoming bigger, there
mm.
are certain problems arise. Sorry, my eyes is. I don't know
It's
what's
okay.
happening to my
Just
eyes.
take your time.
Yeah.
It's okay. I will just
Um,
okay.
it's that's normal in an organization, because I've been to many organizations and there is a problem arises. But in our group in social justice, before the problem arises, like we are proactive. Before the problem arises, we're already giving solution.
Mm-mm.
So we don't like to be like fighting and exchanging words, like, so before the anger explode, we give
Mm-mm.
solution already. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's how. And then I'm always open to communication. Like I always ask them if they have problems, then we can
Mm-mm.
talk about it. We don't delay if there is a problem. I always make
Mm-mm.
sure to ask what's the problem and what's the best solution we can do. and
Mm-hmm.
we always ask advice from our advisor, because I believe that advisor can lead us the proper way in
Mm-hmm.
dealing problems, because advisors is more is more knowledgeable than us. So I always believe our advisor.
Mm-hmm.
My our advisor is Ma'am Edna Aquino. So right now she's in the Philippines, but she's still very active in Hong Kong in helping us. Yeah,
It's great.
yeah,
It's about being proactive,
yes.
and
You need,
yeah, and,
yeah. You don't act when it's already done. So
mm,
yeah, you always
yeah.
be proactive, even in helping our fellow domestic workers. We don't need to see first the problem. We need to act first. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
before
Yeah,
the
and
problem arises. Yeah.
yeah, you have solutions already. You're anticipating, yeah,
Yes,
past
need anticipate. Yeah.
difficulties. That's great. And Julie says, "Thank you for answering, Sis Marites."
Thank you.
So thank you, everyone, for joining us. It's been a very uplifting night. Thank you, Marites. But before we wrap up, uh, let's do our evening ritual. It's the ritual that we are doing in our online course, Dare to Dream. Yeah, where we say our three joys, the three things that made me happy today, made us happy today. Well, I'm going to start, Sis, because I think you um are you okay? I think your
Yeah,
eyes are
yeah, yeah. I think
probably,
I have eye problem. I think because every time I feel like they're painful in my eyes. Yeah, so
okay.
maybe I need to have a checkup for my eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay. So yeah, I will start. First of all, I'm so happy that to do this Facebook Live again with you. And our previous live was, I think, early this year, where we talk about the difficulties the domestic workers face during the pandemic, and your advice on how to handle them. So thank you, Maritas. You're such an inspiring um, woman, and thank you for taking the time to to do this. And second is, I'm happy that I'm almost done with this quarantine. And of course, just like you, I'm happy because I have a dark chocolate um, earlier. So yeah, simple things.
Yeah.
That So how about you, Aritas?
Yeah. One of my joys tonight is by having the here in Uplifters Night, and I am very inspired because I didn't expect this to happen and be the guest here. And second, I am happy this afternoon because um, my boss treat us. He went to McDonald's and buy our lunch, so I didn't cook lunch. and and my was like very happy because they say it's Happy Meal Day, so
Happy.
even me
Yeah.
like have the Happy Meal Day today. And number three is I am happy because my family is okay.
Mm,
Even COVID-19 is exploding again worldwide. I'm still happy that they're all safe and healthy. And I'm also healthy. So that makes me more happy that even though I'm very tired, I'm still happy because I am looking after myself. So I want to tell one more time that we need to look after ourselves, even how
mm,
many jobs, even how hard it is, even we don't have time. We need to take time and give time for ourselves, even just for a few hours like that.
mm.
Yeah, to be healthy. Yeah,
Yes, yes, that's right. Just keep safe and healthy, everyone. And
yeah,
as Marita said, just Take care of yourselves, and yeah, just don't forget to take care of yourself. So, to stay healthy. And I'm just going to show some of the comments again from Mary Grace. Have a beautiful night to everyone. Have a beautiful night to you. And thank you again for joining us. And yes, it's really a productive night, um, because Maritas shared with us a lot of good advice. And from Eileen May, thank you, TL Maritas, for those inspiring words. And hopefully, every leaders learn from you, especially on how you lead a community. God bless you, TL.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much, everyone, for joining us, and we're so happy to see you. And okay, so I think it's time for us to say goodnight, Maritas.
Okay. Good night. My ward
Thank
is awake.
you.
It's on the right time.
Okay.
I go and check her.
Oh, all right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Good
Bye bye.
night.
Good night.